Hello and welcome to 24 NRD Consulting. It doesn't sound it doesn't roll off the tongue like Nerd in Motion, but
No, but it will do. It's new.
it will do.
Yeah.
I feel like I should just say 24-hour nerd.
Maybe go with that.
Yeah. Although don't ring me at 3 o'clock in the morning because I really won't care about your business at 3 in the morning because I'll be asleep.
That is not the selling point we're going at this stage in business, John.
No, I won't answer. I'll be asleep. I know what I'm like. If you ring me at that time, I'll be in bed.
Oh, definitely.
Unless we're on an event.
And then you wouldn't be asleep. Yeah.
So I should introduce my guest. This is Polly Aitken.
Hello everybody. Hello, John's subscribers.
Yeah, at the moment there's probably none on this channel.
Doesn't matter. We all start somewhere, don't we?
Exactly. Polly.
Yes.
So please tell us a bit about yourself, what you do.
Well, I'll try and condense it, shall I?
Well, you don't have to. It's a podcast. You can tell
Okay.
us as much as you like. And yeah, I think the thing that people are going to be wondering is, how did I end up speaking to you?
Yeah, which is an interesting topic, really, because I think I'm very new, obviously, which is why I'm really appreciating your time and help with this. But I'm really new to all the streaming stuff, getting online. And I feel like we're in this position where in real life, I've got a really good community of like-minded business people, and it obviously grows well. And then you go online and I actually feel really old because I'm very behind the times. I'm not an early 20s influencer.
Well, clearly I am.
Well, absolutely. Well, you're rocking it. But I feel like it's a lot to learn, isn't it? When it's like, this is kind of new for me, even though it's not new.
Yeah.
And to very quickly touch on that, we actually met on TikTok Live, didn't we?
We did.
Has been my new little hobby spot to hang out for half an hour to an hour a day of just getting to know people.
It's a strange place. Is
it is a bit strange, but I've actually met some incredible people, including yourself, and it's not what I expected TikTok Live to be. I thought it was going to be, teeny boppers, a lot of negativity. You hear a lot about what's it called, trolling and that sort of thing. And actually, for me, I've got quite a lot of clients off TikTok Live, and it's somewhere that people seem to now, when you get your little disc that says you're live, people seem to automatically come and join. And it's slow because I don't do it regularly enough, which I'm going to work on. But yeah, it's like an opportunity that a lot of people, particularly of a certain age group, are missing.
Yeah.
Because I think it's scary and you don't understand it, and you don't have a tech friend like John that can help set you up with all the kit.
I'm not really a tech person. I'm not very techie at all.
This system says different, opposite to that, I would say.
So it's very Heath Robinson in here, and it's made up of bits and bobs, but it works.
And it looks great. It's making me smile being
You
here.
like it?
Yeah, I love it. I think it's great. Like, so many talking points, quirky bits. I'm loving the duck. I don't know why, but I love the duck.
Quack Norris, that is.
I think he's great.
We got that on a family holiday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it had a hot tub.
The duck had a hot tub.
Yeah, well, we had a hot tub, and the duck was in it.
Ah.
And,
so you stole the duck?
No, you get the duck free. I mean, you should do for the amount the holiday costs. I'm just surprised I don't have a full family of ducks. But yeah, so he's called Quack Norris.
He's ace. I love him.
Yeah. And then there's Bert, but he just won't stay stood up.
Did try standing him up.
He's like constantly falling over. It's like he's, yeah.
Well, maybe he embodies what the other chats in this shed go to with the beer element.
The beer, we have a fridge over here that is full of beer.
I've only been supplied with Pepsi today, just to clarify.
We're driving.
Driving today. It's meant to be work. We're working today.
We're working, but we haven't. Something about a full fat Pepsi that's just.
It's actually really nice. I've forgotten how nice Pepsi was, but
it's good.
Kind of off topic.
Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, what other things? So people now know we met on TikTok, which is hilarious.
Yes.
But then, which is not the place for business, really. You wouldn't think.
No, but I'm honestly of the opinion now that it is. It's free. I mean, I was really lucky to meet Gary Vaynerchuk back in April of this year, and he just kept hammering the whole conference about, like, use social media for this point of our lives. It's free. Get onto your lives, get onto your video content, start engaging, start building the community. And it did take me 6 months to actually like bite the bullet and go, what is there to lose? But having done that, I actually think there is business there. And obviously TikTok Shop is massive. It's that thing of, breaking the norm, and here in the UK we're a little bit backward on it. You look at other places, I mean America for one,
Oh man, they're
everyone's all over it, like all over it. And all it is just, okay, if it doesn't work out, then what? Does it really matter? No, you've tried, it's free, it's probably not cost you anything apart from maybe your webcam, or you can do it off your phone.
Yeah.
Like at the minute my TikTok live is all off my phone, and yet it's brought in clients. And I've met you, and we're working together on all sorts of different things. God knows where it's going to go. God knows where. But it's exciting. And
It's good fun.
Yeah, really good fun. And just stepping into that. So formally for me, I was a professional show jumper for 17 years, where I was obviously competing, coaching, managing very, very tricky owners, clients, etc. And it makes me laugh when people now talk about selling high ticket items online. And I don't know, it might be a $5,000 coaching course or something. And I'm thinking like high ticket to me was sold horses for like £850,000. So slightly different version of high ticket. I'm not in that industry anymore. I've commentated on it. I've done it.
So when we call it an os, as we're driving past, it's
not that.
It's not an os.
It is not. Well, I mean, the
in
ones
Yorkshire, it's an os.
to be fair, the ones that you drive past in a field probably are.
Or an os.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the ones that we're talking about for training and selling onto like high level sport
Big bucks.
have probably a better standard of life than most people that we know. Like they're very well looked after. They've got specific grooms that look after them. Yeah, it's a different level to what most people think of when they talk os. Or yeah, very different. So that was kind of like the first part of my career, I suppose, because I think I'm about on my 20th gap year officially.
Right. Okay.
So didn't want to go to university. Was told, well, if you're not doing that, you've got to get stuck into something. So went, trained abroad, rode abroad, built the life that I thought I wanted. I did, and then obviously life turns and pivots and does all other bits and bobs. Had to use the transferable skills. And yeah, it's sort of like led to loads of different things. Like I've worked in London, been a professional headhunter. I think, yeah, like normally I think people say recruiter, but it's not really.
No, headhunting.
It's slightly different. So it's more like actually hand picking the people that you want to put into businesses rather than we've got this job, who wants to apply. So it's a slightly different thing. I did love that. I'm not cut out for London life. So
I get that.
Yeah.
You know, like I hear a lot about living in London, and when I had investors in my business, one of them lives in London and they love the London lifestyle.
Yeah.
And they've got a baby and stuff like that now, and I just think to myself, I could not do that in London. It's hard enough having kids up here, let alone literally trying to get across London. I mean, just go 2 miles. It's like half an hour.
Yeah.
And it costs you a bunch of money as well.
Yeah, and I think there's like life's so different. Well, for me, it felt really different going from very rural living, like country. I was brought up in the countryside. Obviously, the horses are generally in a very rural location, to then like, bam, working in the middle of London. My office that I was in was on Piccadilly, so opposite Green Park. Like, couldn't have been more in the thick of it.
Yeah.
But where I struggle, and it's not a bad thing, but it is something I'm more aware of, is I'm obsessive about whatever I do. Right. So when it came to headhunting, if that meant that I had to have early meetings because the clients were on different time zones, or late meetings or dinner meetings, like I just said yes to everything.
Yeah.
And then it'd get to sort of like Saturday morning and I'd be absolutely wiped out because there's no boundary there. And I do like to socialise, which when you're in the capital city, you can socialise at any time of day. And like, honestly, some of the opportunities I got were insane. Probably not for a sober version of the podcast, but I think that was great for a period and to have that experience. But long term, like you say, is it where I could see myself like getting settled in a proper relationship, having children? It got to a point where I just wanted to be outside in the green, open air countryside, back on a horse, not just putting your Louboutins on and going to the next meeting. And it sounds like a real first world problem, doesn't it, really?
No, but it's not, though. I had a chat with somebody who's he's a very successful businessman. He's done very well.
Yeah.
And we went for a beer on Friday afternoon and a chat. And
you were going to tell me about
and
this.
he was saying how lonely he finds it at the top.
Yeah.
And as he's earned more money, he's lost a lot of friends. And like whilst we were with him, he's got multiple businesses. But on Friday night, when it was later on, people were asking for money.
Really?
9 times it happened.
Really?
Yeah, asking, oh, could you just lend me this? Could you just... I was like, dude.
You wouldn't want that, would you?
Oh, it'd drive me mad.
Yeah.
And he's like, I never knew having money would cause this much trouble.
Yeah.
And he said, like, I just find it really, really difficult.
I can only imagine. Like...
And I was like, oh, mate. I was like, so I had my first client. Bless him, he paid me up front.
Yay!
What a guy.
John, that's so exciting.
I know. Can you believe it?
Yes, and, I can, actually.
Yeah, it was just, but yeah, I bought my first beer with him. I bought the beer for him, and I said, there you go, that's out of the first bit of money I've earned, you're having the
from the
first bit. And he's like,
Consultancy.
oh, that's so cool. And he I mean, I've known him for a long time, and he's a really nice guy, and he's really generous, and he raises money for charity. And I was like, dude, you've got to be careful because you're so generous.
Yeah.
You know, people are obviously taking advantage of you.
Absolutely.
And he's like, yeah, I know. And anyway, just lovely guy. But as you were saying, you think that was a first world problem.
Yeah.
And that was something he said. He said, you know, when you're poor and you haven't got a lot, and he's been there, he said, you just think, oh, man, if I just had some money, it would fix all that. And actually, the reality is, he said, it doesn't fix.
It's different problems, isn't it?
Yeah, it brings you a whole new set.
Yeah.
So when people say, oh, it's a first world problem, so that sounds like, oh, I'm living the dream. But I had this with a brewery. I loved having a brewery. It was great. But it wasn't the thing that isn't particularly me. Like, I'm not. It was really cool. But
it wasn't your forever project.
It wasn't. It was somebody else's dream.
Yeah.
And I used to get frustrated because I just sometimes I'd be like, I've just had enough and I don't have the motivation. And you know that somebody out there would give their right arm to have your job. Yeah. Because it's like, for them to have a brewery is like an absolute dream. A lot
of those people haven't had said brewery though, so don't really understand the dynamic of what that encompasses.
Yeah, that's right.
Because I think there is, and I think we connected on this, didn't we? Of like the perception of having a brewery, like the perception of having the coffee shop. So many people would come into my coffee shop and be like, oh my gosh, you're living the dream. I would love a coffee shop. And I'd be like, here's the keys. I'll see you in a week's time and see how you're getting on.
Yeah.
And like, they don't understand like the back office side of staffing, rotas, cost management, margins, marketing, how you actually drive it. And I know like, this is where I think we've been very fortunate to meet on TikTok and align with so many different things. But like turning a business from a business into a brand that people want to come and experience.
Yeah.
And to me, that's where I'm really passionate about now is actually, it encompasses so much more than a logo. Like people say branding and they think digital brand as in logo, colour palette, slogan, website.
Yeah.
That is not a brand. Like that is not what it is. Like to me, and I talk about... Sorry.
I think one thing on that, I would say it's not a brand, but it depends on the product.
Yeah, probably.
So if it's like, I don't know, something really dull. Like, I don't know.
I've not worked in many dull things, so maybe not the person to talk about it.
Accountancy.
Yes, but
I know.
Got a
I know what
counter
you're
on
going to
that.
say. Yeah, but go on, Karen.
Yeah.
So I just say some stuff is so boring that that's
boring.
all you can have as a brand.
It is boring, but I also think, like, to me, and this is where I get really, like, bee in my bonnet, is, so say it's an accountant or I don't know, solicitors, something paper-based, legal, formal. The person you speak to on the phone is the face of the brand. And to me, that's where it really winds me up when they don't take that role or they're not encouraged or trained to take that role. Like you might think you're applying as a office assistant or a receptionist or whatever. You are literally the first point of contact for people to speak about that business.
That's right, yeah.
So when they then don't ring you back or they don't pass the email address on or they've got a really dulcet tone and you just think, oh my God, this solicitor's going to charge me like 1,500 quid for a basic bit of paperwork. And they're not that interested about what it is I need.
Yeah.
I actually just ring loads of others until somebody answers the phone with like a bit more positive oomph.
Yeah.
Because I think if I'm going to put business into you, I want to feel like, not that it's just valued, but like that I'm actually connecting with people that understand that we need a good channel of communication. And I want to know what they're about. And I think that's where those boring, or another friend I work with a bit says, the non-sexy clients,
Yeah.
they're like the missing links, because they do charge a lot of money. They are doing great services, but they're just not up to now deemed to have needed it. But I think in social media world, which is where we all live now,
We do.
why not? Because it's super important.
It's true. It's true.
So yeah.
The client I'm working with at the moment, I'm trying to get him to put his face to his brand.
Yeah.
Because I said otherwise, if you don't have a face to it, and people, what you want, because it's funny, he's a subscriber of my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So weirdly, didn't come through any of the social media I was trying to create. He came from, or any kind of networking. He came from, literally a previous. My main channel, Nerd in Motion, he was a subscriber. He watched Simon from Real Ale Craft Beer, and he was like, "Oh yeah, that's how I knew you." And then when we'd gotten our first Zoom call, he's like, "This is so weird because I feel like I really know you,
because you've
and
watched
you don't
the
know
content."
me."
Yeah.
And it's a very strange feeling, but then that's what it's all about. It's putting that face to it. And if you've got that with a customer, sorry, my phone's on, not on silent. If you've got a business and you've got a face to it, you're more likely to go and do business with that.
Absolutely. Well, it's familiarity, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
and
right,
I think there's a lot of, well, the big boys like the Gary Vaynerchuk, Daniel Priestley, they're all Simon Squibb, they're all talking like people buy from people. And even recently, I don't know if you see much of the Virgin stuff that's been going on, but like Richard Branson is like front and centre right now. He was literally there in King's Cross Station putting the banners up when they got the first announcements of doing the trains from the Eurotunnel. So that was it last week or the week before?
Yeah.
And I was like, this just shows, and I know his daughter Holly's doing a lot as well, they're literally getting in front and being like, yes, Virgin's a great brand and you expect good customer service and all of that, but actually, like, that's because that's us. That's what we want it to be. And they look after the people on the insides in their staff team as much as they try and look after the customer. And to me, like, that is the absolute goal of corporate success, because it isn't all about treating your team like crap to try and put outward that you can be good. It's like, actually, our team are so happy here, they don't want to go anywhere else, so we can provide the service. And I'm like hoping to be able to help more businesses actually embody that. And a lot of it is, like you said, talk to camera, stand at the front. If you're not going to stand and talk about your business, who else is going to do it for you?
Well, yeah, this is it, isn't it?
100%.
I mean, so I was talking, my best mate is an actor. And we did something at church which was called performer training.
Okay.
So we did events for our church to raise money for various things that the youth group or the church wanted to do. And we've done murder mysteries, we've done pantomimes, we've done all sorts of stuff. And there was a lot of background work in it. And it was, what I would say is, it's my child is spending money on Xbox online. This is real life, people. I have an ill child, but he's managed to charge £22 to my card upstairs. Child. And
now knows you're working in the shed, so can't do anything about it.
He's like,
opportunist. I love it.
Yeah, he's not daft, that one. But yeah, basically, you're. What was I saying?
I knew you were going to ask me that. I'm not thinking about Xbox money.
No, I am. I'm like,
events at the church.
Yeah, so
yeah.
With all the stuff that we did, the training, it was degree level.
Okay.
So at the end of all that, because stuff doesn't last forever and you move on, but I said to Al yesterday, I was like, man, if I hadn't have done that, I couldn't have done any of this streaming, talking to camera, any of it. I mean, your hands, when a camera comes out, you're like, what are these plates of meat doing? I don't know what to do. Have you ever seen that? There's a film called Talladega Nights, which is.
Do you know, I've not actually seen.
Oh
that.
Man, it's so funny. And he wins a race, and he's like, I don't know what to say in my hands, and it's really weird. You become so self-aware with stuff, and all of that has helped me all the way since then in everything that I've done. Yeah. And I think as I've got older and when I hit 40, I think we do definitely have a midlife crisis.
Oh God,
That's
on the horizon then.
Yeah, I staved off buying a sports car and calling it the lady, but the lady for now, no. But basically, I think if I hadn't have done all that, I think I would really struggle.
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot of struggle that men have, because we always talk about women in business and women doing stuff, and I'm an advocate for that. Those watching the brewery, I employed quite a few women to do stuff, and would promote other women in beer as well.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there is men have issues, and there's a saying that most men live in quiet desperation.
Yeah.
Which is a sad place to be. And I know what that's like. So I think for me, having the ability to talk to people, having the ability to be approachable and go and do stuff and be able to do things like this is definitely so important now. And it's what will bring your brand to the forefront of what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Because otherwise
totally
you just blend in with everybody else.
Yeah, you do. And I think just to quickly touch on that, like the women in business thing, I don't know how I should describe it. Obviously I champion women in business, I am one, but imagine if there was a thing called men in business. There would be absolute uproar about it. And I just think, like, in the world that we live in now, and yes, gender roles in some capacity are there, but in some they're not. Like, there's a lot of fight for equality, there's a lot of fight for equal opportunity. You can't do that and then introduce the gender barrier of this is for women. Like, it doesn't, for me, it doesn't really work anymore. And like, you'll probably, I mean, you've got kids as well, you'll appreciate it. It isn't all on mum to do all the running anymore.
No.
Like, it's very much a team thing where...
I try not to. She would say otherwise, but
yeah.
But then it is a team thing. Like, I wouldn't expect my wife to go out and sort out the car.
No. I mean... if I was ever expected to sort out the car wouldn't be running for very long. But it's, and like certain things, yes. But also certain things, I think, like another person that I've been working with, he's got an amazing job within a humongous business. But he's now set up a sideline, business side hustle, whatever you want to call it, about men's mental health. And like we've talked in depth about exactly what you're saying of he's very good at talking to camera, very good at like openly talking about his feelings and stuff like that. And his capacity from work is within internal communications and then external on top of that.
Yeah.
And just having the courage to do that, I don't think women actually really understand it all that well. Like, I'm now a mum of 2 boys and I'm so aware of like trying to learn more about men because I'm trying to guide them to be confident and be able to be open about their emotions. And it's a bit scary. Like,
yeah, I feel like that with my daughter.
I can imagine.
I'm like, when I discovered she loves ice hockey,
perfect.
I was like, right, I'm all in on this.
Yeah, I can do this.
I love ice hockey anyway, but the fact that she loves it and she's passionate about it and me and her can go together
gives you like a bonding point.
It does, yeah. Because as they get older, Dad becomes less cool.
Yeah.
Although one of my favourite things to do, I love this, and it's wrong. I know it's wrong, but it is so much fun. Is I suffer from cool dad syndrome. So what I do is, when she's with all her friends, I go up and I say, "Hey girls, I hope you're slaying."
I bet she loves that.
And she's like, "Oh no," and they all think it's funny, but she does not.
She does not think
she
it's
does
funny.
not funny, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're doing well." I was like, "Oh yeah, no cap," and they're like, and they're dying, and Casey's like, "Dad, just go away," and it's just great fun. It's childish, but it's fun.
Oh, no, I love that.
But she will, I know when she's older, she'll be like, when she has kids, she'll be like...
she'll get it.
She'll do exactly the same thing. She'll be like, she'll turn into our old man.
I love that, though.
Makes
me feel a little bit better about, like, that's the kind of daft thing I do with my son already. Like, I'm trying to turn into mountain bike mum because he's so obsessed with bikes. It's the only way I can, like, try and... I can barely ride a bike. I mean, I've now got a really, really sweet bike, which apparently is the right terminology for it.
Sweet. It's a sweet ride,
or sick. Mum, it's a sick bike. I'm like, I can't ride it. I've got some funky pedals. And
it's funny, though, with the bikes, they still use a lot of the old terminology.
Yeah, they do. Very retro skater.
Yeah. What was it my mate said? I can't remember where it originally came from, but it's like a running joke.
Yeah.
That something's rad to
Yeah.
the power of sick.
Oh my God, Rory would love that one.
Man, that is rad to the power of sick. It just makes me laugh. But yeah, we've completely gone off on a tangent.
I know.
But it's
I'm
all right.
really bad at this.
No, we were talking about.
You might have to do some serious
the
editing.
difference, and men and women in business. But see, I also think that in business that. Yeah, I think this is probably because there's probably somebody listening to this that is just like the patriarch and going mental.
Yeah.
Now the thing is, what I would say is, whatever you feel about feminism and all that kind of stuff, I personally, me, and I'm gonna stick my neck out here, is I don't think there's many things that women can't do, but I think we are different.
Oh, I definitely think we're different.
And I think that you should play to your strengths.
Yes.
Like, if you were... if you had one of your fancy Osses at 800 grand...
They weren't mine. I was selling them, not
Let's
buying them at that price.
Yeah, okay. And then that you're going to take it to a race or a show or whatever... It would probably not be advantageous to have a 45-year-old man with a beer belly riding that horse.
No.
You would find the young lady that is like probably light, that she knows how to ride a horse. You wouldn't find the big fat guy that drives trucks.
Well, I mean, maybe not one that drives trucks. I don't know. He probably drives a horse box truck.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's marrying the two up, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think when you do that and you have a good team.
Yes.
And you get the right person. So I had a manager called Derry, and she is so different from me. It's unbelievable. Like, we politically different. We share none of the same values.
Yeah.
But wow, what an amazing... Because we were so different, we had the best conversations. And also, the coolest thing was, she was so good at spotting what I was bad at.
Which is really valuable, isn't it?
And she would preempt things. So I'm terrible with, like, I'll miss I should have got that piece of paperwork in, or I forgot to get the ice, or, like we'll be doing an event.
Forgot to bring the USB stick.
Yeah, or I haven't got any change. Why didn't I go to the bank? And then she's like, I've already done it.
Yes.
And
good team.
Yeah. But her skills were set in that area. She was so much better at that than I was.
Yeah.
And that's where I think it's so important that we've got to understand that we have different things and different struggles and different positives. And there's nothing wrong with talking about that in business. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure there's plenty of lechy men all over women in business. I have no doubt in it. But I've also seen it the other way around. So I know it does happen, probably less, but
there's opportunists on both sides though, isn't there?
Exactly. Yeah. So I think we just all got to work together and do well.
I agree. And
that's
like
my
you say,
personal view.
No, I fully agree with you, and I think actually gender isn't the bit that decides that.
No, I don't think so.
It's just human people, and the world's going more that way, isn't it?
It's coming back.
It's not really the label of it anymore. Like you and I would be a terrible team because we're quite similar.
Yeah.
We would forget the paperwork, forget the USB, not have any ice.
We'd need
but the marketing would be really good.
Yeah. it would be on point.
It would be wild. We just need a very good office team that does all the bits that we've either forgotten or disregarded because it's not exciting enough.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I like the exciting stuff.
Yeah, me too.
Although it's so funny. So I went to my first networking meeting.
Oh yes, was this Friday?
This was Friday.
Yeah.
Was it Friday?
We did one on
Thursday.
I thought you did one on Wednesday as well.
It was Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday, and then you were going again on Friday.
Yeah. So I did the Wednesday one. I have not done a networking meeting in a long, long time. I'm talking years and years. I didn't even like doing them with the brewery because I wasn't a service provider. I'd just get hounded. Everybody wanted to sell me something. And like photographers, I love you photographers. I totally get what you do, but photographers, there's photographers and there's people that can hold a camera. They're very, very different. Mm-hmm. And you get like 2 a week, unfortunately. And so I stopped going.
Yeah.
Because it just did my head in. There was nobody buying. It was always being sold to.
Sold to, yeah.
And I'm aware of that.
I know, and that just switches you off, doesn't it? Well, it does me.
Oh, man. I'm like, if they want to talk to me, they'll come and talk to me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to this meeting, and there's also all the cringy stuff that I hate. And I was like, and the lady was hilarious. She was so funny. Such a nice lady, very welcoming. And I realised I was being cagey, and I didn't notice. She said, "Oh, what's your name?" I said, "John." She's like, "Your surname? Do you have a surname?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, sorry, it's Lumbers." And then she was, and it was like that all the way through the conversation.
Yeah, heavily prompted for all the answers.
Yeah, and I was like, "What's up with me?" Anyway, we sat down, and I took like 2 pages of notes and stuff like that. But then we had to do a 30-second pitch. Oh my God, I murdered it. I made such a mess of that pitch. No one knew what I was doing. They didn't know who I was.
It was your first one.
Oh, man. I was like, well, what do I do, really? Like, how do I explain what I do? And I've kind of run into this without being able to explain fully what I do.
Yeah.
And somebody asked me this weekend, and I was like, well, I do a lot of stuff. So it just depends on what you want from
clients' needs. Yeah.
So, but I feel like, and I don't know if you agree with this, but I reckon once I've got a few clients, I'll realise what I'm better at and what I enjoy more, and it'll niche down into something. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm really sick at this and I enjoy it.
I think so. I think right now, and I've had the same issue as you of like, what do you do? If you had to do it in one sentence,
I couldn't.
I fix problems. And you're the same. You fix problems. And it doesn't matter if it's a marketing problem, a margins problem, a brand building problem, a customer service problem.
Yeah.
As a consultant, basically, that is what you do. You fix the problem. But I think you're right. The more clients you work with, you'll find the bits that you are even better than the rest at. Yeah. And that will form the natural channel of what your USP is. So in effect, I think that becomes your main spinning plate.
Yeah.
It doesn't deter from the other skills you've got. But when people say, what do you do? And I am sort of stealing this because somebody reflected it back to me. Your main spinning plate is the first thing you pull out of your pocket. It's the first thing in your toolbox. If then the conversation carries on and they go, oh, but actually my issue is in this. You go, I've got something for that. And that's your secondary product or third product or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's actually having that, the toolkit's massive, but the USP is just your point of going to market.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does.
And to me, that helped me not put so much pressure on what do you do? Like the amount of people, even now, people saying, what do you do? And I think, well, it depends in what capacity. I help people talk to camera. I mean, I've done live stream broadcasts without the camera in my face to hundreds of thousands. I did it for the Royal Highland Show for 1 million live viewers.
Wow.
But there was not a camera pointing at me. I was in my black box watching the screens and just talking people as if they were here at the show with us. It was during COVID. So yes, I can do talking training. I can do sales pitch training, probably similarly to you. Trade stand training, which I do for companies. I can do pivot training, as in, a bit like yourself, in a position where you're not very happy with your work, need a bit of alignment, some positivity, which is like the core of everything I do. And let's get you on a strategy that takes you forward on what you actually want to do. Because let's be honest, we're not here for a long time.
No, that's
you need
right.
to be moving with intention, and you need to be moving with purpose that you actually want, rather than spending 5 days a week in a job that isn't ticking your box. Like, I'm very lucky to not have to do that. But if I can empower more people to really become excellent in what they love, life's a lot easier and it's a lot more enjoyable Monday to Friday as well as Friday night to Sunday evening.
Yeah.
And I think, that's like the whole, where you're at is so early in the journey. What do you do is such a difficult, like today, you're helping me learn how to set all of this up.
Yeah.
Which is slightly different to what you do in other ways.
Yeah, well...
Maybe this is a secondary product.
It's really interesting because I think the problem was I've got no qualification in anything other than trades. Mm-hmm. So I'm qualified as a motor vehicle engineer.
Yep.
I've worked on the big brands. I can take an engine apart, no problem. In fact, on this very table, me and Kobe rebuilt the turbocharger in my wife's car.
Which is cool.
Yeah. It looked a lot messier than this, I can assure you.
And you had the full lights on.
And we had the full lights, the big strip lights on.
The big lights on.
Yeah, and basically, I've got full... You're in the presence of a man with a forklift truck license.
It's always useful. That had a cherry picker.
And I'm not great at forklift. And I've got my HGV class 1, 2. I can drive any big old truck. I've
Oh.
been driving the biggest Arctics you've seen.
Any of my horsey friends will now be thinking, oh, a lorry driver for us.
Yeah, no, I love that. Hey, John, would you mind driving this?
Yeah, fancy going to Spain for 6 weeks.
Yeah, like, no problem.
The beer's good.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, I can do all sorts of stuff like that. But when it comes to business, I'm not qualified in anything. I think the only thing I've got is an MVQ, which I think stands for not very clever. So basically,
Especially because Q doesn't clever and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm like, well, what skills have I learned? What do I do well?
Life
What
skills.
do I not? What? And in business, when I had the brewery, I realised I learned so much.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my brother-in-law, who was in the business with me, he's the CEO of a very large building firm.
Okay.
I'm one of the partners, actually. And he said to me, and I was like, what do you think we learned? He was like, mate, what we learned in those 8 years is better than anything you could have in any business school.
100%.
He's like, you need to understand, like, what we have now is way higher than you coming out of school
With a
or
bit of
uni
paper.
with a degree
Yes.
or a master's.
Yeah.
He's like, what we've learned is just
Well, it's
bonkers.
real. It's real, and it's ever evolving as well. Like, you know yourself, they change the bloody goalposts in business stuff every time there's a budget or a change of wages. Do you know?
Well, the budget's coming out
Oh, is it tomorrow?
soon. Is it? Yeah, I'm sure
I think it's
tomorrow.
tomorrow. Yeah, but like all
Oh,
of that,
man.
so you know, like
It's going to be
as a
car crash.
student, you would be thinking, oh, the budget, because unless you've lived that real life thing of, oh my god, my business has just been flipped on its head.
Yeah, which they can do at any time,
Literally.
especially with duty, with beer, or
Yeah.
if you're into anything,
Anything like that.
anything, or
Yeah.
legislation
Yeah.
driven stuff, which
Yeah,
everything is
bottling, canning, like say import, export.
Yeah.
It's massive.
now. Yeah.
But I don't think, although
Luckily, we've got people in the government that have run business. Oh no, they haven't. So.
I was going to say we're going to have a political nightmare now.
Yeah, I know.
We don't talk politics.
Don't start, John. Don't start.
No.
My subscribers from my other channel that will be watching this are like, oh no, John's on one now. No,
Yeah, well,
I'm going to behave myself.
Luckily, Pepsi, not beer and fizz. No beer and fizz on this
No
occasion.
tasty beverages, just beer.
No, but I think we might have to
Pepsi.
do an after-hours version of this with. I mean, I don't really like beer, which is
Well,
probably,
we'll get
probably
you
a
on.
bit like
You're a
swearing.
champagne lady, I can tell.
Yeah, I do like a bit of fizz.
She likes the fruit-based drink. The ladies.
Although probably when I've had a couple of glasses, I'll lower the boundary.
Yeah, you start being like, well, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I am from Hull after all, so
Yeah, I
yeah.
see. Hull girl.
Hull girl.
You can take the girl out of Hull, but not Hull.
Yeah, well, that's it. It's ingrained.
Oh no, there's no Kirk in the Kirk machine.
Yeah, what was it that when it snowed the other day and I was at a networking, they were like, oh, it's our favourite day of the year. Oh no, there's snow on the road. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've lived in this area all my life and never said that.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
Yeah, I
like
loved
it. I like it. It's so funny. Of late, I keep bumping into people from Hull. That's really weird.
It's because we're a good place to be.
No, apparently so.
There's a lot going on there at the minute, I must say.
There's a guy that he's called Hullful.
Hullful.
Hullful. Fool. And he's a
Okay.
comedian from Hull.
Ah, I've not
And
seen
he
it.
does live streams on TikTok, and they are the funniest.
Are
things.
they? I need to
Yeah,
find
brilliant.
him.
You need
I will
to go
have a
and
look. I think we've gone on a bit of a
Yeah, we're
tangent
going on a
again.
tangent again. Going back to the point I was saying is so I picked up all these skills, but then I was sat in there. I decided to, the reason why I got my truck license was two things. One, as you might notice, there's a Smoking and the Bandit. There's Burt Reynolds on the table. I grew up around a dad that loved car films and stuff like that, and Convoy and Smoking the Bandit, and I always wanted to drive a truck. And I was like, sack it, I'm going to do it. So I went and got my license and did it. Love the trucks. Going to miss the trucks. I might do it for a bit of fun now and again. Just keep my hand in. But the industry around it is so backward and so mean, and it's inhumane in many ways. And I just thought, I don't want to be part of that. And it's tough. You've got to be, and I'm probably not. It's not that I'm not tough enough, but I don't want to live like that,
No.
if that makes sense.
You've got choices, though,
Yeah, I
haven't
don't
you?
want to be in conflict with people all the time and all that, because I just can't be bothered. When it comes to drama, I'm very much like, have your ball back. I don't want it.
Yeah.
So then, I'm sat in that truck. I've got loads of time. I'm thinking, well, what if I did this? What if I did that? I fancy doing options trading, but that's going to be a 2-year thing to learn that before I put any money to it. So that's something that I'm doing in the background.
Yeah.
So that's not a quick fix. Then I'm thinking, well, what else? And I always said that I'd like to be a consultant and help people with their small businesses, grow them,
Yeah.
because I know how to build something from nothing. I mean, all this stuff in here is very Heath Robinson and is all very inexpensive. The PC I built myself in lockdown. The screens are like second hand from a market. The mics are good, but they're not the most expensive. And
But you make it work, though, don't you?
Well, this is it.
Yeah.
And so I can give people that maybe don't have the money but want to build something the confidence to be able to do it.
Yeah.
And I think it's just having the ability to learn something and just I apart from brain surgery, I reckon most things I could probably learn. Now, the problem is, how then do I convert that to people to get them to understand what I can do for them? And then what was mad is how Polly. I saw Polly on. So I've been messing with TikTok because I thought if I ever have to show somebody how to use TikTok, I don't know how to use it myself. So I've been on there. I've got over 1,000 followers, and I'm putting various content up, but it's just a hobby. And I had a day. I was working nights, so I was at home. I'd just woken up, and the usual doom scrolling. And Polly pops up, and she's like, "Hello, how are you doing, everybody?" And I'm like, "Oh man, this girl's got a lot of energy." I'm just like literally woken up from after doing a 13-hour shift, and I'm like, oh right, okay. And then I was listening to it, and I've heard a lot of these people with mindset and do this and blah blah blah, and I'm like, oh yeah, all right. But you weren't. You were actually like talking as if not like somebody that's done a course, but like somebody that lived it. So I listened a bit more. And then you asked the question, what does everybody do? And there wasn't that many of us in the chat at that point because you were fairly new to doing it.
I still am new to doing it.
Yeah, and I just put, and not very well, to be honest. And you were like, well, what did you do? But like, what did you do? And I said, well, I'm a truck driver now. And you're like, oh, cool. And like, I mean, you're not going to know much about truck driving, like as an
you never know.
No, but as an industry, like
yes. No, not as the industry at all.
I'm looking at you thinking, she's way too posh to be on TikTok.
and
then I'm just being honest, all right? I'm being honest.
I'm not posh.
I know you know. Well, you are, but no,
please,
you're not. Just classy. Classy is probably the thing.
I do like nice things, but that doesn't make me posh.
Well, that's true. I like nice
exactly.
things. No, I get it. And then basically, I said, well, I used to own a brewery. And then your ears sort of were like, oh hello. And I was like, yeah, no, I've been doing this, and then I put, I am utterly fed up, or something like that.
Yeah.
And you were like, well, why? And I was like, I just don't know what to do with myself. Like, everything's good. I've got a great wife, great kids are amazing, house is nice, got my shed.
And it's a lovely shed.
It's a good shed,
It is. It's like being in a space shed.
Yeah, space shed.
Yeah, love it.
We're actually orbiting Jupiter at the moment. We're tracking 3 AI Atlas or whatever it's called. But yeah, basically, I was fed up. And you said, DM me and we'll get on a Zoom call. And then when we got on a Zoom call, you wrote like 2 pages of
notes.
And you were like, why are you sat in the truck?
Yeah. I'm pretty good at that bit. Like, I am very new to TikTok, and I'm trying to get to grips with it. And then when people like you, and you're not the only one, there's been a few, like I said, that are people with real substance and passion that are maybe either doom scrolling because it's a passing of time, or feeling a bit lost. And I remember like you coming on that live and saying something like, I'm really unhappy. And to me, that just like hits a chord of, I don't want anyone to feel like that. And the fact that you were brave enough to say that on a TikTok chat to a total stranger, to me, that was like, this is somebody that doesn't want to be there anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you know, it's not like you're not just passively sat in the room. It's you acknowledged it. And I think that is the first point that people need to get to when they want to make a change, is actually going, do you know what, I am unhappy. I need to do something else. Even if you don't know what that is, that's fine.
Yeah, I didn't
but
know.
Just saying it. And then I love getting in the trench with someone and being like, right, let's dig. Let's map it out. Not just an airy fair. I've never done a course on this. I've just done lots of different things, same as you. But it's like, okay, so if you don't want to be there, what are you prepared to do to not be there anymore? And what can we pull from your life experiences to be able to give you a route.
Yeah.
And that's all I really did for you. But that's what I like to do. And the bit that I'm learning is I love giving that energy, because that's sometimes the bit that if you could physically bottle it and people could drink it, I'd be very rich. But instead, I can actually do it through conversations. I can do it through support networks. I can do it through like the new membership that I've got. And that's the bit.
The Pepsi's coming back.
But that's the bit that people sometimes lack. And if your circle of people, or like we call it the pond that you swim in, isn't entrepreneurial or super positive or very comfortable with changing direction, that's the bit that people need the help with. And I urge anybody that's in a position anything like what you were to change the pond. If that's where you're at and you just think, do you know what, I think I could, but I wouldn't know how, put in the effort to go to the business networking or join the online groups or get chatting to people, so that then your average of 5 becomes the average of 5 that's going to take you where you want to go.
Exactly.
Like, I'll be totally honest, my partner and I are like chalk and cheese. He is a 9 to 5, well, he's not 9 to 5 because he works 7 to 4, but you know, like, he's a Monday to Friday, been in the same steady job forever. He is the opposite to me. Like,
that's
he
what
thinks
my wife's like.
he's literally like, he thinks I've dropped from a different planet most of the time.
Yeah, that's exactly the same.
And I'm just like, just go with it, it's fine. But I wouldn't count him, even though I see him every single day. He's not the pond that I'm swimming in. He's the home pond, which is totally different. I just make sure that my business pond is full of, like, well, to be able to say this year that I've literally Q&A'd with Simon Squibb, I've talked face-to-face off camera with Daniel Priestley, and I've met Gary Vaynerchuk.
Wow.
Like, that's
insane.
And if January me had have known that, I'd have gone, don't be stupid. But
cool.
It's all about grabbing the opportunities. And, like, I will plug it shamelessly. BizX conference this year, the speakers were insane. I was very lucky to get gifted a ticket. And they were all there.
If you're watching, I'd like it to come next time.
Yeah, but it's possible. It's possible.
I know.
And like, it's just, you never know what's around the corner. And like, right now I'm sat here, I'm in a good place. Like I've told you, my life 6 months ago looked really different. I was in that position of selling my coffee shop, the coffee shop guest house and events business. Exactly like you said with the brewery. It wasn't my dream anymore. Like, in fact, I don't think it ever was. I think it was a chapter that I wanted to create.
Yeah, that's
and I don't know why. I think, if I'm honest, I thought it would give me time freedom with my family, because I did so much travel with commentating that having a fixed place to work was going to be the answer. It was not the answer. I think I had less time from doing that than commentating everywhere. And it just made me realise when this opportunity came to go to BizX, and I'm like, these don't come round very often. So when they come, bloody grab them. Both hands and grab them tight. And it's just like, I could have gone a bit lost. We were a month away from the closure of the shop sale. So literally end of May, it actually sold. So it was in that, like, is it going to go over the line? Is it not going to go over the line? I'm in a room of 1,200 people going, what do you do? I'm like, I don't flipping know what I do right now. I'm selling something, but I don't want to talk about it too much in case it doesn't sell. And then I'm going to have to carry it on, and I don't want to feel like a wally. And so I just thought, well, how can I maximise this? And I felt like that opportunity to go there, particularly on a gifted ticket, last minute, it was a bit like chaos. I just went and thought, the best thing for me to do is network the crap out of this room. Like, any opportunity I had to speak to someone, connect with them, get them on LinkedIn, send them a blooming cringy video note, whatever it took, I did it.
Yeah.
And 2 days later, I was driving home, like, almost in shell shock. Like, how have I just had the microphone with Simon Squibb, like, on stage? Like, talking about how we can help young people, like, make better choices for business. And, like...
That's mad, isn't
it was mental. Absolutely mental. And this is what I mean. Like, you never know what's around the corner. But you have to be in the right places with the right pond to get those. And you can't just keep going to the local... BNI, if the BNI group is just a stagnant pool of people not actually trying to grow.
Well, I think the problem with... I'm going to stick my head out and say this, because I've been to more BNI meetings than I have anything, because you get all these invites.
All the time.
And it's just a sales pitch.
Yeah.
And the problem is, there are some good people in there, but it shouldn't be that forced, where you're paying all that money to do that. I mean, that Morley Chamber of Commerce that I went to, that was better than a BNI meeting, and that they charged, so was it 70 quid for a year?
Oh, really?
And that's once a month, and I'm like, man, that's a bargain, really. I know I haven't signed up because I don't know what
you want to do,
what I want to do.
Yeah.
But to go and see them, and I thought it was really good for some. Like, if I was a small business owner, I'd say, yeah, get signed up to that. If it's local to you, go and do it.
Yeah.
But the problem is with BNI, you've got this forced thing of giving referrals, and then
Yeah.
you go in and I've referred this. The problem is and you'll know this. There's good people in business and bad people in business,
Absolutely.
and also the quality of those leads that you're sharing can be sometimes forced.
Yeah.
So you're sharing a lead that is actually of no value.
Yeah. So then it's not really a lead.
So you're just wasting someone's time.
Yeah.
And I just think for myself, I don't want to do that. And it's funny. I'm working with Nexus Feedback, which is a fantastic. Sorry, Feedback Nexus. I always get the wrong way around. And it's not anything that I've ever done before.
Yeah.
And it's a bit of software that allows customers to give feedback, and it doesn't clog your emails up. It's actually a bit more orderly. And there's platforms that already do it, but they're like $3,000 a month.
Wow.
And
okay.
this is like less than 300 quid a month.
That's really good, isn't
And
it?
it does all the same stuff.
Yeah.
So it's great. And that's what I'm about. I'm like, yeah, this is great, because this is for developers, small developers.
Yeah.
This is like exactly what they need. And then I know people that are doing stuff with software, so I'm pinging it out to people.
Yeah.
We made a
Connecting
video
with them.
yesterday. I'm like, is that part of what I said I would do for him? No. But is that what I'm going to do? Yes.
But that's the added value, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because if I can start winning some customers over and take him on the journey, then
Absolutely.
after a while, he shouldn't need me.
Yeah.
It's funny because he said, I can't make videos. I don't like being on camera. And I gave him some homework, and he did it. He nailed it.
That's
Absolutely
really good.
nailed it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, like, I reckon in 3 months he's not going to need me.
Which is brilliant from a service providing point of view, isn't it?
That's absolutely. He'll know what he needs to do, and he'll just crack on with it. And he's got the ability. He's a clever guy, and that's one of the other things I would say to you that I've learned straight away. And it is, if you've got a client and they listen, it's
a game changer.
It's so
It's a
easy
game changer.
compared
to
like.
Absolutely. Well, look at you. Honestly, and I know it's a different capacity, but when we met 3 and a bit weeks ago, not long, and you were, I'm unhappy, I don't know where I'm going, and I was like, right, these are my notes, this is what I think you need to do. You've done every single thing.
Well,
you have, and signed a client. Like,
yeah, it's got to be
so
done.
then when I'm speaking to other clients that have come on board and they're still dancing around like a fairy going, oh, I'm a bit nervous. I'm like, right, look at John. Get the work done.
Yeah,
just do the work.
Crack on.
Stop worrying about the perception of what other people might or might not think. Because I think half of the time, if not more, nobody really cares.
No, but
just get it done.
I said this about creating videos. So if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see that I'm no expert at editing or anything like that. But we have fun doing it, and we create stuff. And I would say that if you're looking at it, it's always the same thing. You say, oh, I'm going to start this podcast, but I don't know. I'm going to wait until I've got that best microphone. I'm going to get the best camera and the biggest computer, and I'm going to spend all this money, and I'm going to have all this stuff. But no one really cares.
No.
You just need to start creating.
Absolutely.
And just start putting content out. Doesn't matter how basic it is. You can improve as you go along. And actually, people respect the journey.
Yes. Well, it's part of the journey, isn't it?
Man, this is it. I follow a guy called Cletus McFarlane. Hell yeah, brother. And he is a massive American YouTuber. Mm-hmm. Huge. And I was with him when he bought this Crown Victoria X police car and put a Mustang engine in it. But I wasn't right at the beginning of the journey. He'd started before that. But I'm with him, and I watch every video that he puts out.
Yeah.
And I have done for years. And now, when I comment on something, I'm like, I'm one of the OGs.
Yeah.
And there's something about
I'm in the gang.
Yeah, not that he's never, ever spoken to me or anything like that. The only thing we ever got close to was I did a watch party, and we were watching the first Freedom 500 race that they were doing. And so I wasn't showing the stream, but I was commentating on what was happening. And I had 6,000 views or something. And the Freedom Factory came in, and commented on my video and were like, "Thank you for not resharing. Big shout out to the UK watch party."
Oh, amazing!
And I thought that's so cool.
Yeah.
But I think that's one of the things with where I'm going now, and where I when I went to that first meeting, when I talked to you, people are like, as soon as I tell them what I can do,
yeah,
they're like, I don't know how to do it. I'd love to know how to do that. I'm like, I'll show you how to do it.
yeah.
It's not hard. You just
It's
need
not
to...
hard when you've done it, you've lived it.
That's it.
You've battled it.
I mean, we were messing with this, and how many times was it like not working, not working? And and I worked it out, and then I said, right, we're going to rejig it now.
And do it again.
Yeah, and you were like, oh, okay.
It's actually not that terrifying.
It's not
Plus, I know I can just be like, speed dial John.
Yeah.
Help me out.
Yeah, that goes back to the original about ringing at 3 a.m.
Yeah. I would definitely be the person ringing at 3.
We're doing a champagne podcast or live stream, and I pressed the wrong button.
And now I can't. That is literally the kind of call you would get. Oh dear,
But yeah.
terrible.
So I mean, I just want to say thank you for sticking your neck out and doing that live stream on TikTok.
Honestly, it's a pleasure. And I think what I love about your journey with this part of it as well so far is how authentic you've been. Like, if people aren't following you on LinkedIn, your videos that go on onto LinkedIn as well, like day one of starting the new business, it's raw. People don't share that. And like, to be honest, I'm one of those people, because I think a perception is often you've got your shit together. And what happens if you haven't? And what happens if it's new again?
Yeah.
Like, and this is the first time I'm starting something that's totally digital. So it's new water entirely. When it comes to opening hospitality business or something that's really tangible because you charge X amount and they get this physical thing back, it's fine. You open your doors and you go to market. Yeah. Digital's totally different to that. And like, to me, it's all about leading with value. Like right now, I just want to build a community of people that actually follow the guidelines, prove it works. Yeah. I get off on you actually, that message you sent, like, you'll never believe it, I've got a client. I was like, stop whatever I was doing. I need to ring John. This is so exciting, because it
mad,
is.
isn't it?
Yeah, and it's amazing. And just like stepping into this digital thing, which obviously you've got a lot more experience of tech and YouTube and whatever. It's like having a shop window online all the time. Yeah. It's just changing, and I can't remember exactly who I was listening to about it, but saying like, people don't always get it at the beginning. Where we live, it is not the norm to be offering digital consultancy. It's not the norm to only be offering like I've literally launched this membership to be able to not charge a consultancy corporate fee and help more people. Yeah. It's a ridiculous value. Like, it's insane. But then when I tell people locally, they're like, well, that'll never work. And you think, it already is, and I've only done it for 6 days. You know what? If I had £1 for every time somebody told me that won't work, and then it has, I'd actually probably would be a millionaire. Yeah. And it's the same, like I've mentioned before. Kevin Hart was talking on the CEO podcast about all his friends told him he wasn't funny enough to be a comedian. Who's laughing now? Well, yeah. Like, he's not just a comedian, he's an actor, no. He's a multi-founder of loads of different things. And he was talking similarly to what you just said about shout-outs to corporate partners that you're working with. He was saying, like, if I'm in films because I'm partnered with Fabletics, I'll suggest that we wear Fabletics clothes in there, so then they get added value from my partnership. And it's just like, it passes round. Yeah, it's not as simple as you've only paid for that, therefore that's all you get. It's like, no, I'm working with this person or with this business. Yeah. And therefore you're talked about in rooms that you wouldn't be in. No, that's right. And that's where the massive value really kicks in. That's right. It's just got to be done. I think the days of how people used to do things are gone. Yeah. You just can't do it like that anymore. No. But you've got to trailblaze it for where we are, because I think there's people all over the world already doing it. It's not a new concept. It's just actually where we are. It isn't a norm. It's still like the amount of people that say to me, "Oh, where's your office?" I'm like, I don't need an office. My office could be on the beach in the Maldives, or it can be in John's shed. It doesn't. It really doesn't matter, because that isn't the corporate world that you need to work in anymore. You're really lucky, because normally the lawnmower's in here as well. And I'm a bit devastated. I'm devastated that it's not. No. You said to me, "Oh, you'll have to step over all the garden equipment," and there's none in here. I know. I had to move it all out. But no, it's
but yeah,
seizing opportunity, isn't it? And
it
that's what I
is.
really like urging people to do is let's get you out of wherever you are not wanting to be right now and step. It's not an immediate thing. Not everyone's going to have as much grit and grunt as you've had to be like, right, I'm really not going to be a truck driver anymore. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do it within less than 4 weeks. Some people need like a bit of a grace period of it might take 6 months, it might take a year. For Kevin Hart, I think he said it took 7 years before he actually started to make any proper money off being a comedian.
Yeah.
And I think that's the bit, like the plateau can be arduous. It can be scary. You doubt yourself. Some days you wake up and you think you can conquer the world. And other days you wake up and think, what am I doing? Like I could go into a corporate job, earn a great salary, have my weekends not thinking about what I'm doing next, have my evenings back. But it'll never get you to your end dream if that's what your dream is, to work for yourself or build a business. Or it's being brave enough to, in that plateau, hold your nerve and go again.
Yeah.
But again, back to the pond, the right pond of people.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. 100%. And I would agree with all those statements. I think I have no idea what 2026 is going to hold.
I don't either. I think it's going to be really exciting.
Yeah, I feel like
There's just something in it. Like
this is pretty wild. And I think, I mean, I'm in a scary place. I've got one client. I desperately need a second one.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I won't pay my bills. So if you're watching, you know.
right, maybe you need to work on this 30-second pitch.
Yeah. Give me a shout. But yeah, if you want somebody that's, I'm just very real. I can't. I've gone past the point of trying to be like, I don't know. Somebody did a poem for a pitch. I nearly died of cringe.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's just not what. It's just. It was funny,
It's not
but
very
like,
authentic.
it's just not what I do.
No.
But I think there's a place for that. But
Yeah.
I think going forwards, if you want somebody in your business that's actually going to do something and bring you some value and get you going real quick, I'm going to show you off camera what I've got him to produce, and you'll be like, no way.
I'm excited.
It's
about
amazing because the guy's really good, and I like when I started talking to him, I was like, I don't think you need me, but then the other side, he just needs a little bit of steering. He probably won't need me for very long, but yeah, and yeah, I just want to big shout out to you, Ben. You're a legend. But yeah, I want to see that succeed now.
Yeah,
I'm like,
absolutely.
It's
You're invested.
under the umbrella now.
Yeah.
The nerd umbrella. We're going to make that. And how funny is that the first customer I have is something to do with software? I was like, that is wild.
But it's universe stuff. Like I genuinely,
brilliant.
you needed that. It's come about. You know, you can help him. He's obviously, like say, ideal client, done all the work. This is what makes things happen. Is when you've got the alignment of passion, determination, and actually just getting it done. Somebody that gets it done from both sides.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just a one-way street.
For me as well, on the journey, I go to church. I'm a Christian. The whole thing has been like prayerful along the way, and God's put all these people along the way for me, which you would say universe, I would say God, but
it's one of the same.
Ultimately,
yeah.
But yeah, for me, I just think things are amazing. Right, we're going to wind this up because we have been yakking for just over an hour.
Have we actually?
Yeah. So I'm gonna get. I think this should be the way we end a podcast on my channel.
Oh God, now I'm nervous.
I'm gonna give my younger self some advice, or a young person. Let's say I'm gonna give a young person that's out there doing something some advice. And what would I say? I would say, if you're doing that job that is thoroughly boring, like sweeping the workshop floor.
I bloody love sweeping.
Yeah. Or you're making cups of tea for the 50th time that day for all the other guys working there. Just understand that it won't be like that forever. And actually, when you get older and you do more things, you'll understand the value of those things you did then. So try and take some joy out of the stuff that you're doing now.
It's part of the journey, isn't it?
It's part of the journey. Right, camera's on you. Your turn.
On me. So do I have to do a younger self thing?
Younger self,
or do I need to elaborate on yours?
No, don't elaborate on mine. You've got young Polly.
The thing is, I'm torn on this.
Go on.
So part of me thinks young Polly should have knuckled down more on what my ultimate goal would be. However, I think all of my life experiences so far have led me to exactly where I am anyway. So I think there's an element of going and living life, whatever that might be, whether it is uni or isn't uni or work experience or gap year. But if you always try and leave something better than you found it, learn something, even if you're the tea maker. If you're the tea maker, the yard sweeper, whatever. What if you were to ask your surrounding people one question a day? That means you would gain 5 vital bits of information a week, 300 a year. It would just keep adding in to the experiences that you've got or their experience. Shared experience is massive. So I think younger me, like I say, I would love to have younger me, but where I am, not where I am now, but with the clarity I have now.
Yeah.
But I don't think I was ready for that. So I think people just need to go and try.
Yeah.
Go and try, say yes, get it done. Live to wherever your heart takes you to go, but work really hard and always leave the place that you've been in so you could go back to ask the question, have a coffee, grab a beer, positive experiences.
Don't burn those bridges.
Don't burn those.
Unless you really need to burn
Well,
those bridges.
sometimes you do really need to burn the bridges. No, what is it? If you've got poo on your shoe when you go up the ladder, it'll get on your hands when you come back down it. And that's something that I think is very true. So, but yeah, be brave. Make the big choices.
Awesome.
I've really enjoyed that.
It's been good.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Polly, for coming and doing my podcast.
Thanks for letting me waffle.
Well, if you want to see more waffle,
we'll get better at the waffling.
Polly is starting her own channel.
With John's help.
With my help. We don't even know what it's called yet, but
I think it's called Put the Kettle On.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Because I think as Polly and I've been said, oh, put the kettle on all my life. And I love tea. I'm a Yorkshire girl. I think that's what it has to be.
Put the kettle on. So
yeah.
I will eventually, because it'll take a little while to set that up. But if you look in the description of this, you'll see that link in there eventually.
When John's sorted that out.
Yeah, when I've sorted that out. And you'll be able to go over there and watch part 2 of the podcast. Thank you very much. You're a star.
Thank you. And thanks everybody for listening.
I know. It's mad, isn't it?
It's mad.
There's somebody out there listening to this. I hope you got something from it.
Well, I know. They probably need to make notes because it went all over the place. But
that's all right. That's half the fun of it.
Yeah. By part 10, we'll have it streamlined.
This is very different from a seminar. This is just us talking.
Yes. With cameras rammed in my face.
Cameras, yeah. Right. Au revoir, mon petit lapins.
Goodbye, everybody. Did you just call them little rabbits?
Yeah.